My name is Elena Patterson, and I'm about to tell you how my husband tried to steal our entire life savings using a woman he'd styled to look exactly like me. If one vigilant bank manager hadn't noticed something off, Derek would have disappeared with $75,000 and his mistress. But that's not what happened. My phone rang while I was reviewing contracts at my home office. "Mrs. Patterson?" the voice asked. "Yes, this is Elena Patterson," I replied. "This is Robert Thompson, manager at First National Bank. I'm calling because there's a situation that requires your immediate attention." My stomach dropped. "What kind of situation?" "Your husband Derek is here right now with a woman attempting to withdraw $75,000 from your joint savings account," Mr. Thompson said carefully. "The thing is, Mrs. Patterson, this woman looks almost exactly like you." I felt the room spin. "That's impossible. Derek is in Chicago on a business trip. He left yesterday morning." "I see," Mr. Thompson said slowly. "Mrs. Patterson, I denied the withdrawal because something felt off. The woman had your ID, but when I asked security questions, she couldn't answer them correctly." "What did she get wrong?" I asked. "She said she forgot her mother's maiden name." "Henderson," I whispered. "My mother's maiden name is Henderson." "Exactly. That's why I called you directly. I think you need to come down here." I grabbed my keys. "I'm on my way. Please don't let them leave." "Security is already monitoring them," he assured me. 20 minutes later, I walked into the bank. Mr. Thompson met me at the entrance. "They're in my office," he said quietly. He led me down a hallway. Through the glass wall of his office, I saw Derek sitting next to a blonde woman wearing my style of clothes, with similar hair and glasses like mine. "Who is she?" I breathed. "She introduced herself as Elena Patterson and showed an ID with your name," Mr. Thompson explained. "But it's clearly fake. The photo is her, not you." Derek looked nervous, checking his phone repeatedly. "How long have you been suspicious?" I asked. "This is the third attempt in 2 weeks," Mr. Thompson admitted. "Smaller amounts. $5,000, then $10,000. Different branches. I flagged the account after the second withdrawal." "Third attempt?" My voice cracked. "They've already stolen $15,000? "I'm afraid so. I only became aware of the pattern yesterday." I pulled out my phone and called my best friend Jessica. "Jess, I need you at First National Bank right now," I said. "Derek's here with another woman trying to steal our money, and he's supposed to be in Chicago." "I'm 5 minutes away," Jessica said. Mr. Thompson looked at me sympathetically. "What would you like to do, Mrs. Patterson?" "I want to confront them," I said. "But first, I need you to tell me everything." Jessica arrived looking ready for battle. "That's him?" she asked, peering through the glass. "That's Derek, and that's apparently his girlfriend who's been pretending to be me." Mr. Thompson spread documents across his desk. 3 withdrawals over 2 weeks. First 2 went through before we caught the pattern. This third attempt was for $75,000. "Our entire savings," I said numbly. Jessica squeezed my hand. "What's the plan?" "First, I'm calling a lawyer." I dialed attorney Maria Rodriguez, a divorce lawyer my colleague had recommended. "Rodriguez Law?" she answered. "Ms. Rodriguez, my name is Elena Patterson, and I need representation immediately. My husband is at a bank right now with his mistress attempting to commit fraud." "Are you somewhere safe?" she asked. "I'm at the bank with the manager and my friend." "Perfect. Don't confront them yet. I'm sending an investigator to document everything, and I'm coming myself." "Which bank?" "First National, downtown branch. I'll be there in 20 minutes. 15 minutes later, a man in a suit approached us. "Detective James Harris, private investigator working with attorney Rodriguez," he said, showing credentials. "I need to photograph them, record any conversation, and document the fake ID." Mr. Thompson provided copies of the fraudulent identification. "I've also pulled security footage from all 3 withdrawal attempts." "Excellent," Detective Harris said. "Mrs. Patterson, I need you to tell me everything about your husband's recent behavior." "Derek said he had a business trip to Chicago," I began. He's been taking trips almost every week for the past 2 months. Jessica interrupted. Remember when he insisted you cut your hair shorter last month and bought you those new glasses? My blood ran cold. He was styling me to match her. When did the trip start? Detective Harris asked. About 3 months ago. He said his company was expanding. I'll verify that. What company? Patterson Medical Supplies. He owns it. Detective Harris made notes. Does he have access to your identification? Everything. We've been married 8 years. Attorney Rodriguez arrived in a navy suit. Elena Patterson, she asked, extending her hand. Maria Rodriguez, let's talk strategy. We moved to a conference room. Here's what's happening, she said. Your husband and his accomplice are committing identity theft and fraud. We have 3 options: criminal charges, divorce proceedings with fraud claims, or both. Both, I said immediately. Good. Detective Harris will gather evidence. I need you to go home and secure all financial documents, change every password, and move money from joint accounts immediately. Can I do that legally? I asked. It's your money too, she confirmed. Mr. Thompson, I need you to keep them here. I can stall for 30 minutes, he said. Jessica grabbed my arm. Let's go. Wait, I said. I want to look him in the eye first. Attorney Rodriguez nodded. Make it quick. Detective Harris will record everything. I walked to Mr. Thompson's office and opened the door. Derek's face went white. Elena, Derek stammered. What are you doing here? Funny, I should ask you the same thing, I said coldly. Aren't you supposed to be in Chicago? The blonde woman tried to shrink into her chair. I can explain, Derek started. Explain how you're withdrawing our life savings with someone pretending to be me. I crossed my arms. Explain the fake ID. Explain the $15,000 you've already stolen. It's not what it looks like, he pleaded. Really? What does it look like, Derek? The woman finally spoke. My name is Amber. Derek and I are in love. We needed money to start over. Using my identity? I laughed bitterly. Derek stood up. Elena, please, we can work this out. Sit down, Mr. Patterson, Attorney Rodriguez said from behind me. I'm Elena's attorney. Derek's face crumbled. You hired a lawyer? Detective Harris, please introduce yourself, Attorney Rodriguez continued. Detective Harris stepped forward with his camera. I've documented everything, the fake ID, security footage from 3 separate fraudulent withdrawals, and this conversation. This is entrapment, Derek shouted. This is evidence, Attorney Rodriguez corrected. Mr. Patterson, your wife can press criminal charges for identity theft and fraud, which carry sentences of up to 15 years. Or she can file for divorce, citing fraud and adultery, seeking full restitution. Amber started crying. Derek, you said this would work. You said she'd never find out. Shut up, Amber, Derek hissed. How long has this been going on? I asked. Amber wiped her eyes. 6 months. Derek said you two were getting divorced anyway. I never agreed to anything, I said. When did he start styling you to look like me? 2 months ago. The hair, the glasses, the clothes. He said it was for role play. Derek collapsed into his chair. Elena, I made a mistake. A huge mistake. But we can fix this. The only thing I'm fixing is my life, I said. Attorney Rodriguez, file for divorce. I want everything. Consider it done, she said. Detective Harris has enough evidence. Mr. Patterson, you have 24 hours to vacate the marital home. You can't kick me out, Derek protested. Actually, the house is in Elena's name, Attorney Rodriguez said. Purchased before the marriage. Mr. Thompson cleared his throat. For the record, I'm filing a report with the FBI about the identity theft. Derek's hands shook. Elena, please, don't do this. You did this, I said. When you stole from me, when you lied to me. I'll pay it back, he begged. Too late for that, Attorney Rodriguez said. We'll see you in court. I walked out without looking back. 6 weeks later, I sat in family court between Attorney Rodriguez and Jessica. Judge Sarah Morrison reviewed the case file. This is quite extensive. Mrs. Patterson, your attorney has provided substantial documentation. Yes, Your Honor, I said. Derek sat across the aisle with his attorney, looking miserable. The judge addressed Derek. Mr. Patterson, you attempted to defraud your wife of $75,000 using an accomplice posing as her. Your Honor, I made terrible mistakes, Derek said, but I've repaid the $15,000 that was withdrawn. Under court order, Judge Morrison noted, after being caught. Yes, Your Honor. And you admit to the affair? Derek's lawyer whispered something to him. Yes, Your Honor. I take full responsibility. Attorney Rodriguez stood. Your Honor, we're seeking full dissolution of marriage, division of all assets to Mrs. Patterson due to fraud, and restitution for legal fees and emotional distress. On what grounds for full asset division? The judge asked. Mr. Patterson committed fraud, identity theft, and adultery. He systematically planned to steal marital assets by creating a fake identity for his mistress. The judge turned to Derek's attorney. Response? Your Honor, my client admits wrongdoing. However, full asset forfeiture seems excessive. We propose a 60-40 split in Mrs. Patterson's favor. Absolutely not, Attorney Rodriguez said firmly. Mrs. Patterson built the successful business consultancy that is the primary marital asset. The house was hers before marriage. The only joint asset is Mr. Patterson's medical supply company, which has been losing money. Is this accurate? Judge Morrison asked Derek's attorney. The lawyer shifted uncomfortably. The business has faced challenges. That's why you needed my money, I said, looking at Derek. Your company is failing. Derek wouldn't meet my eyes. Detective Harris took the stand. Your Honor, I documented Mr. Patterson's deception. He told his mistress they would use stolen funds to start a new business together in Florida. Did the mistress face charges? The judge asked. She cooperated fully with the FBI investigation in exchange for immunity, Detective Harris explained. She provided evidence of Mr. Patterson's planning, including text messages where he explicitly told her to study Mrs. Patterson's mannerisms. Judge Morrison looked disgusted. Mr. Patterson, did you really coach your mistress to impersonate your wife? Derek's voice was barely audible. Yes, Your Honor. Did you provide her with your wife's personal information? Yes, Your Honor. Did you create the fake identification? I paid someone to make it, yes. The judge removed her glasses. This is one of the most calculated betrayals I've seen in family court. Derek's attorney tried to intervene. Your Honor, my client has shown remorse. Has he? Judge Morrison interrupted. Or is he sorry he got caught? The courtroom fell silent. Mrs. Patterson, please stand, the judge said. I stood, my heart pounding. I'm granting your divorce and awarding you the following: the marital home, full ownership of your consultancy business, 100% of all joint savings and investment accounts, your vehicle, and full restitution for legal fees. Your Honor, Derek's attorney objected. I'm not finished, Judge Morrison said sternly. Mr. Patterson, you will retain ownership of Patterson Medical Supplies and your vehicle. However, you will pay Mrs. Patterson $50,000 in damages for fraud and emotional distress, payable over 12 months. Derek slumped in his chair. Additionally, I'm ordering a 5-year restraining order. Mr. Patterson, you are not to contact Mrs. Patterson except through legal counsel. Your Honor, please, Derek said, standing. That's too harsh. I need to explain. Explain what? The judge asked. Explain how you systematically stole from your wife. Sit down, Mr. Patterson. Derek sat, tears streaming down his face. Attorney Rodriguez squeezed my hand under the table. Does the plaintiff have anything to add? Judge Morrison asked. I stood again. Yes, Your Honor. I trusted this man completely. I supported his business, his dreams, our marriage, and he repaid that by trying to destroy me financially. My voice didn't shake. I'm grateful to Mr. Thompson at the bank for his vigilance. I'm grateful for Attorney Rodriguez and Detective Harris. And I'm grateful that justice is being served. Well said, the judge replied. This court is adjourned. The gavel struck. Jessica hugged me immediately. You did it! Attorney Rodriguez gathered her files. The restraining order is effective immediately. He has 72 hours to remove his belongings. Derek approached our table, his lawyer trying to hold him back. Elena, please, he begged. Can we talk? Just 5 minutes? No, I said simply. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I never meant to hurt you like this. You meant to steal from me. You meant to replace me. You just didn't mean to get caught. If I could take it back. You can't. And I wouldn't let you even if you could. His lawyer pulled him away. Come on, Derek. It's over. Outside the courthouse, Jessica and I stood in the sunshine. How do you feel? She asked. Free, I said honestly. Attorney Rodriguez joined us. Elena, you handled that beautifully. What happens to Amber? I asked. She testified against Derek in the federal fraud case. He'll likely face additional penalties there. And his business? According to financial records, it's nearly bankrupt. He'll probably lose it within a year. Derek had risked everything. Our marriage, his freedom, his integrity, to save a failing business with stolen money. And he'd lost it all anyway. Thank you, Maria, I said. You did the hard part, she replied. Later that evening, I sat in my home office, truly my home now. I'd changed all the locks and started rebuilding. My phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. Please, Elena, just talk to me. I blocked the number and called Attorney Rodriguez. Derek's violating the restraining order, I told her. Screenshot everything. I'll file a contempt motion tomorrow. Some people never learn. Derek thought apologies could fix fraud. The doorbell rang. Jessica stood there with wine and takeout. Celebration dinner, she announced. We ate Chinese food on my couch and toasted to new beginnings. Have you ever had to take someone to court who betrayed you completely? Fighting back the right way is so much more satisfying than revenge. Like and subscribe for more stories about people who refused to be victims and fought back the right way.